Hi students, today we are going to see about energy stored in the capacitor. You know, capacitor is a device used to store charge and also energy, and now we are going to derive an expression for energy. So when a battery is connected to the capacitor, electrons of total charge minus Q are transferred from one plate to the other plate. So you know the diagram of a capacitor. The capacitor will be like this. One plate is having positive charge and the other plate is having negative charge, and here suppose you connect a battery with this capacitor, some charges are transferred from one plate to the other plate, from this plate to this plate, and for this some work is done by the battery, and this energy is stored in this capacitor as electrostatic potential energy, and we are going to derive expression for this. So what is dW? dW is a very small work done for storing the charge of dQ. So dW is equal to V dQ, and you know V is equal to Q by C, where Q is the charge and C is the capacitance. And substituting this here, dW is equal to Q by C into dQ. And from this small work done, we have to get the total work done. For that, W is equal to, we have to integrate from 0 to Q. 0 to Q, Q by C into dQ. And you know the equation for integration, integral Q dQ is equal to Q square by 2. This is the formula. And when you substitute this, W is equal to Q square by 2C. And dW is a small work done, whereas W is a total work done. And this work done is nothing but electrostatic potential energy UE. So UE is equal to Q square by 2C, and you can also write this equation as substituting Q is equal to CV. This equation becomes half CV square. This is another form of electrostatic potential energy. In this equation, C, you know, C is equal to epsilon naught A by D, and you know V is equal to ED. These two equations you already know. Substituting these two equations in this, we get UE is equal to half into epsilon naught A by D, ED the whole square, and when you cancel D and D, you get the expression half epsilon naught AD into E square. And what is AD? AD is area into distance. You know area into distance is volume. So what is UE? UE is equal to U by volume, that is energy per unit volume. So the energy stored per unit volume of space is defined as energy density. So small UU is energy density, where this U is electrostatic potential energy. So UE is equal to half epsilon naught E square, because per unit volume. So you divide this expression by volume. Volume you know AD. So AD get cancelled. So per unit volume means UE is equal to half epsilon naught E square, where this UE is nothing but energy density. Density per unit volume. So this is the equation. The energy stored in the electric field existing between the plates of the capacitor. So you know capacitors usually having two parallel plates, and in between that the electric field is existing, and energy is stored in this electric field. And so here this is suitable for, this equation is suitable for any type of charge configuration. So this is about energy stored in the capacitor. Next we are going to see about applications of capacitors. There are so many applications. Mainly we are going to see about 4 applications. The first one, A. And you know about a digital camera. So digital camera, we have a flash in the digital camera. When you take photographs, this flash is produced by the capacitor, and this capacitor is called as flash capacitor. And the first use is, it is used in digital camera. And the next one is cardiac arrest. And during any cardiac arrest, we have to improve the work of heart. For that, a device called heart defibrillator is used. And heart defibrillator is nothing but a device used to use sudden surge of large amount of electrical energy to the patient's chest to retrieve the normal heart function. So they will give like a shock treatment. They will give some energy to the cardiac muscles so that the patient can be relieved from cardiac problems. For this purpose, a capacitor is used. and usually the value is 175 microfarad, which is having a high voltage, charged to a high voltage of 2000 volts. This is the second use. And what is the third one? And using usually in automobile engines, for initial starting we should use this capacitor and with the ignition system, and this can eliminate sparking. So unnecessary fire accidents can be prevented because it eliminates sparking. So capacitors are mainly used in the ignition system of automobile engines. And the fourth one is it is used in power transmission. That is, usually the power is transmitted from one place to the other place, and in that transmission process the capacitors are mainly used because it reduces power fluctuations. What do you mean by power fluctuation? There is a difference in voltage, and that is called power fluctuation. The capacitors are used to reduce power fluctuations. So this is efficient in power transmission. And these are the four applications of capacitors. And there is also disadvantage in the capacitor. For example, even if the TV is switched off, it is always advisable not to touch the back of side of the TV panel, because the capacitor will have some charge even after the TV is switched off. So that is a disadvantage of the capacitor. So usually we should not touch the back of the TV panel immediately after switching off the TV. So this is the main disadvantage of the capacitors. Next we are going to see about effect of dielectrics in capacitors. What is a capacitor? A positive charged plate, a negative charged plate. This together is called a capacitor. And in between these two plates there may be air or any material can be placed in between these two plates. This material is called dielectric. What is a dielectric? Dielectric is an insulator. So between these two parallel plates you can keep any insulator, and this insulator may be mica, glass or paper. What is the purpose of introducing dielectrics between two plates? The main purpose is to increase the capacitance. So you should know that a dielectric is nothing but the material that is introduced between the two plates, positive charged plate and negative charged plate. And the dielectric can be inserted in two ways. The first one is when the capacitor is disconnected from the battery, and the second one is when the capacitor is connected to the battery. And these two cases we are going to see. The first one is when the capacitor is disconnected from the battery, and here before insertion of the dielectric, that is without the dielectric, the capacitance is C naught, which is given by Q naught by V naught. This naught means before the insertion of the dielectric, that is before introducing the dielectric. So C naught is equal to Q naught by V naught, where C naught is capacitance, Q naught is a charge, and V naught is a potential difference. So this is before introducing the dielectric. Next, if the dielectric is introduced, then what happens to the electric field? The electric field will decrease. You see the diagram. This is positive plate, this is a negative plate. You have introduced a dielectric in this, and before introducing the dielectric, the electric field is more. After introducing the dielectric, the electric field is less. This is experimentally found. So what is the new electric field? E is equal to E naught by epsilon r. You know epsilon r is relative permittivity, or you can call it as dielectric constant. Since usually epsilon r is greater than 1, because epsilon r always greater than 1, what happens is E, from this formula, if epsilon r is greater than 1, E is less than E naught. What does it mean? After introducing the dielectric, the electric field will decrease. And what happens to V? V formula ED. If suppose E decreases, the potential also decreases, whereas Q naught will remain constant once a battery is disconnected. So the electric field will decrease, the potential will decrease, whereas Q will remain constant. So V is equal to ED. Substituting E from this equation, E naught by epsilon r into D, and epsilon naught into D is V naught. So V is equal to V naught by epsilon r. So V is after introducing the dielectric, V naught is a potential before introducing the dielectric. So this is the equation. And what happens to the capacitance, new capacitance, in the presence of the dielectric? You know the new capacitance C is equal to Q naught by V, and substituting V is equal to V naught by epsilon R. You can have this equation epsilon R into Q naught by V naught, whereas this Q naught by V naught is nothing but C naught. So C is equal to epsilon R into C naught. C is the new capacitance and C naught is the old capacitance, that is before introducing the dielectric. And usually epsilon R is greater than 1, so definitely C is greater than C naught. And this is equation C is equal to epsilon naught A by D, where epsilon R is relative permittivity and epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. And you know the equation epsilon is equal to epsilon R epsilon naught. So this equation becomes C is equal to epsilon A by D. And what is the energy stored in the capacitor before the insertion of the dielectric? U naught, you know the formula, half Q naught square by C naught. And after introducing the dielectric, the equation becomes U is equal to half Q naught square by C. The same equation, here also Q naught, here also Q naught, because the charge will remain constant, but C naught will become C after introducing the dielectric. So the equation becomes half Q naught square, substituting for C, epsilon or C naught, and all this will become U is equal to U naught by epsilon R. So epsilon R is relative permittivity, epsilon R is greater than 1, so U is less than U naught. So the energy is decreased. What happens to this energy? The capacitor spends this energy by pulling the dielectric inside. So the energy will decrease after introducing the dielectric. This is the case when the battery is disconnected to the capacitor for introducing the dielectrics. Next case is when the battery remains connected to the capacitor. And when you see this diagram, this is before the insertion of the dielectric and this is after the insertion of the dielectric. And here the battery is still connected to this capacitor, and we are going to see what happens to the electric field, the potential, charge and energy when the dielectric is inserted when the battery is connected. And here the potential difference V naught across the plates remains constant because still it is connected with the battery. Now the capacitor is increased by the factor epsilon R. This is experimentally found. So Q is equal to epsilon R Q naught. And you know Q is after insertion of the dielectric and Q naught is before the insertion of the dielectric. So because of this increase in charge, the capacitance is also increased. So the new capacitance C is equal to Q by V naught. And you know V naught is equal to Q is equal to epsilon R Q naught. Substituting that, you will get epsilon R Q naught by V naught, which is equal to epsilon R C naught. And because of this, you know always epsilon R is greater than 1, so C is greater than C naught. In both the cases, the capacitance is increased. That is, when the battery is disconnected and when the battery is connected, in both the cases the capacitance increases. And you know epsilon naught is equal to C naught is equal to epsilon naught A by D, and C is equal to epsilon A by D. This is the old capacitance, this is a new capacitance. Here epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. Instead of epsilon naught, you should substitute epsilon, where epsilon is permittivity of the dielectric. Now what is energy stored? U naught is equal to half C naught V naught square, and this is before the insertion of the dielectric. And we should use only this formula, not the other formula, U naught is equal to half Q naught square by C naught, because in this case both the charge and the capacitance remains constant. So you should not use this equation, you use only this equation. So U, you know, after insertion of the dielectric, U is equal to half C V naught square, and you know C is equal to epsilon R C naught, and so this will become epsilon R U naught. So definitely epsilon R is greater than 1, so U is greater than U naught. So you know the energy increases when the dielectric is introduced. So The energy density. What is energy density? Energy density is energy divided by volume. So U is equal to half epsilon E naught square. The same formula where epsilon naught is permittivity of the dielectric material and E naught is the electric field before the insertion of the dielectric. So when you consolidate these two cases, you see this tabular column. When the battery is disconnected when the dielectric is introduced and when the battery is connected. So when it is disconnected during the dielectric is introduced, what happens to charge, voltage, electric field, capacitance and energy? So when the battery is disconnected, charge remains constant, voltage decreases. As voltage decreases, electric field also decreases and the capacitance increases whereas energy decreases. So the three factors decreases: voltage, electric field, energy, because all these three terms are related, all these three factors are related with one another. And when the battery is connected, the charge increases because it is still connected to the battery, whereas the voltage remains constant. Voltage constant means the electric field also constant and the capacitance increases whereas the energy increases. So these are the consolidating points when the two cases, when you consider the two cases, when the battery is disconnected and when the battery is connected during the insertion of the dielectric material. So you should refer this tabular column for better understanding.